Hey everybody, this is Strand Tennis Center podcast. This is filled with tips, advice. Hopefully it helps you. Tell me what you think afterwards. Let us know on YouTube or on this podcast whether you like it. Share it.
Hello.
Sunti, how are you, my friend?
I'm good. How are you?
So this is episode 2 of a live podcast, not stripping audio. So what I mean by that is we've been doing some podcasts for, I don't know, how many episodes are there? There's like 60 of them or 50 something?
Couple.
It's just basically stripping the audio of what we're doing in regards to video tips. So it's good to give people audio. Some people learn different ways. They listen podcast-wise. Some people like to watch. So these are just a couple directs. So maybe we can kind of hone in on more details instead of being too quick on the court. It gets a little crazy and can hone in on a few topics in regards to tennis and play. And just like we said, like the first straight episode is about attitude and effort. Like just some simple concepts, won't be too long. Maybe it'll be helpful. Right, my friend? You can talk a little bit more than the last episode. You're free to talk. It's okay.
I'm in the camera, so I gotta talk.
I'm in the camera, so I gotta talk.
You'll be famous one day.
Sunti's gonna be.
This is my first one. I gotta look good.
Sunti's gonna be famous one day. We're gonna put that. This is episode 2, and then we'll go to episode 202.
Yeah.
And Sunti head won't fit in the camera. It'll be so big. It'll be such a star.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, so I think this one I was thinking about was on my mind is kind of self-awareness.
Okay.
Self-awareness is kind of a big topic. All these topics really translate in life, too. They always say tennis is life, so any sport can mirror life. So self-awareness is a big key for anybody in life, but we'll go over it in tennis. Like, so if a kid's playing a match, adults playing a match, and they've won a certain way for a certain period of time, and then that day it's not working out, being self-aware and going, listen, this is not working today. I need to try something else. So that's one part of self-awareness of saying, look, I'm a great serve and volley, or I'm great serving and first striking and doing this, but it's not working today. I can't say, well, I've done this the whole time and this is what I'm going to do. It doesn't work that way. I have to go, okay, it's not working today. I have to figure out what to do. And again, that's the part of the episode last we said attitude and effort. You got to figure out a way to say, all right, I got to keep my attitude focused and go, okay, what do I need to do to figure out how to get through this match? Because again, certain times your A game is not going to be there, and you got to say it's just not there today, and that's a big part. The other part of self-awareness is people understanding what they're good at and what they're not good at. There's so many different layers of self-awareness. If you can master that, be self-aware. Most people, unfortunately, just don't have proper self-awareness. And if you do, you'll be very successful because you'll double and triple down on what you're good at. A lot of people don't even know what.
How do we figure out our self-awareness, or how do you suggest a player or a person even?
So the best way to suggest it is when you see them do something well, or you see them actually perform at a certain situation, you say, you tell them, like, this is what you're doing well and this is what you're good at. Sometimes they don't even know. And a coach's job is to figure that out and facilitate it. Whether it be on the basketball court, whether it be anywhere, somebody needs to know that this person's good in this role. So if you're playing college and you're playing doubles, and this person should be playing higher up doubles, even though they're not playing higher up singles, because they're better, at the net. They have better hands. They're just quicker thinker. They know where to stand in doubles. A lot of people just don't know where to stand. A lot of singles players just don't know where to stand in doubles, because we can go into doubles as well. Doubles has become much more of a staggered sport instead of it being everybody up in the net and going through the opponent. A lot of people are just staying back and banging the ball because these kids, boys, adults, everybody don't like to come in, even at the net. So I think you really just make them aware of when they're doing something exceptional. Sometimes they don't even know. Sometimes they do something well and they're like, I'm not really good at that, and they really are. So that's a big way to help them, is just point it out, let them know, and let them sort of, then they'll start to just kind of, all right, this is my kind of my game. It's like growing up, right? Tennis is, you don't know your game, you don't know who you are. A good coach helps you do that. So that's a big deal. The other self-awareness thing is sometimes being self-aware as to listen, I always want people to dream big, being self-aware as to your goals, and say, look, this is the reality of what I can do. It's like...
Are you saying people shouldn't overshoot? Or people should be aware of their potential?
Well, you can go extreme. Some people think
they should just go as high as they can go.
I think they can go as high as they can go, but it would be like...
know.
It would be like somebody that's 5'2" saying, I'm going to be as good as LeBron James. Like, that is total unself-awareness, right? So you just don't have that ability. You need certain physical attributes. Like I tell all the kids, you need to be above a certain threshold. Malcolm Gladwell's, I think it was The Outliers, or maybe it was Tipping Point, but it was like you need to be above a certain threshold. Yeah. So if you are 6'2", 6'3", that's good enough to be in the NBA, right? You don't need to be 7'3". Right. But if you're 5'2", you're going to have, generally, it is what it is. You know, Muggsy Bogues was like 5, I don't think he was 5'4", 5'5". He played professionally, but Spud Webb too. But that's a rarity, right? So if you're out there and you're saying, I'm going to be a professional tennis player, and you just don't have certain physical tools or knacks, some certain people have you need a level base of IQ, physical ability to do things, then you can work on that. Because being a professional is such a 1% situation that if you need certain physical gifts to be able to then maximize, because then you're going to have to work hard, because when you get up there, everyone's got those physical gifts. And if you don't maximize them, they're going to outwork you. So I'm not here to dampen anybody's goals. I'm here to first make them self-aware. Why is American Idol, why was that such a great show? Because you got people on there that weren't self-aware, and they would go on there and sing, and everybody would make fun of them and go, because they would
enjoyed the shitty singers more than
because they'd go up there and go, everybody says I'm going to be a star.
I don't know who even won at all anytime.
You don't know.
But you remember the funny ones that all mess up. And
it's true, because they
think they're good.
Because it's the pre. It's like, my mother says I'm the greatest singer, blah, 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 and everybody listens. They're like, this person has no self-awareness. It's that moment of saying, well, I can't carry a tune. If I can't carry a tune, or I'm tone deaf, I can't be a singer. I can learn a little bit, but I'm never going to be as good as, Lady Gaga, or anybody who can sing. Like, anybody who has a 7, I don't even know the octaves. A 5-octave voice, I have no idea. You know what I mean? So self-awareness is key. So as part of the learning process, your job, you're right, is to teach them how to be aware of what they're good at, how to be aware of what they're not good at, and kind of hide that, because everybody as a player and everything in life, sometimes you're just not great at it. So if I was running, like I'm running a business, right? So business-wise too, the things I'm not good at, you have other people do it that are better. You don't go, all right, my ego can't handle it, I have to figure this out. No, get 5 other people that are great at it. It makes the team better, makes everything better. So self-awareness is a big, big thing. You were going to ask me something else. Was there another question or no? No, it doesn't matter. There was another part to self-awareness. Okay, so it was...
Yeah, but how do you find your how do you, like, some people, we're talking about a lot of people aren't self-aware.
Yes.
Right? How do you trigger that in a person so they figure out their own self-awareness? That's what I'm saying. That's the hard part.
Oh, that's hard. That's hard to do.
Someone that wants to be self-aware will work at it, right? And like think about themselves and ponder themselves.
That's
right?
That's
so
hard.
How do you get someone to actually do that? Because some people just go through life just not giving up.
Oh boy, that's gonna be.
That's the hard part.
Self-awareness. It's like emotional IQ. It's. That's tough to teach. Like,
right? That's what I'm saying.
You can give people. I don't. That's even a hard question to say. Listen, like, don't say this in a certain situation. Being self-aware to say, look, this is not the best moment to do this. Some people just don't. People don't take social cues that they don't understand, and it's hard to learn. You can. It's true. You can tell people 10 different times, listen, you're doing this, this, and this, and you're not learning because you're doing this, this, and this, and they'll do the same thing. That's a tough one to teach self-awareness. You only just need to talk about it and say as much as you can.
So you're saying we can only help people as much as we can until they help themselves.
Well, everyone's got to help themselves at some point. I think that's life in general. You can't... You can't like be responsible for anybody like being. You want to talk about happiness, being happy, being any certain level of. You can't be responsible for it. They at one point they have to do things on their own. You can't have a 24-hour say coach or 24-hour person because it just doesn't work that way. They have to then take the reins, right? So you have to. No, that person has to be responsible for their own actions and doing it. And that's why we talk about exercising good judgment, right? So you look at a player, and if they want to set these goals, you go, okay, and then you look at their judgment. So if a player says, I want to be even a number 1 varsity singles player, and then they're never here, their judgment is bad, right? They're not realizing, all right, this goal takes this, and this. So, and it's our job just to shed a light on that and say, listen, this is what you're good at, this is what you're not good at. It's not great conversations sometimes, but if you're a good coach or a good person that's going to help that person, you're going to tell them those things. Because in the end, they're going to I guess embarrass themselves or not be ready with the tools they need to be in the future to say, okay, well, wait a minute, this person's just not coddling me. This person's just not giving me a trophy because I showed up. This person's saying, okay, you didn't do this, this, and this, and you don't deserve that. So it makes them self-aware that they have to do these certain things to get these certain goals. And if they don't have these talents, then they have to figure out how to do this to work around it. Some people don't have the greatest talent, but they achieve incredible things because they figure out how to maximize what they can do and play a certain way. People go, all right, I'm just going to do these 3 things, and I'm going to do them really well. But okay, I can achieve 80% of what I want to achieve because of it. So that's basically the gist of today: is teaching self-awareness, making people understand what they're good at, trying to help them facilitate that, and trying to say, listen, you're not good at this today, or coming after a match and say, listen, you couldn't do this today, so you're going to have to change some things when things don't go well. Don't get pig-headed and say, I can't believe I'm missing my forehand. I'm great at it. Well, you might as well, you're probably just going to have to slice your backhand today or something like that. So those are great lessons in life to say, okay, I've been successful at doing this at work for so long. Well, you weren't success today. Somebody is doing something else, right? It's like running a business. You start changes, right? Start making money a certain way, and then that changes, right? So people, it's like anything. It's like a horse and buggy, right? They were always worried about like the methane problem in the 1800s, right? And they're like, how are we going to figure this out? What are we going to do? And then the horse was gone because they invented the internal combustion engine, right? And people have to realize that progression happens, right? So you have to, you can't get, you can't get tied to saying, all right, I'm successful here on the court doing this. If you do that, you're going to get in work and get in life and go, I've been successful this way the whole time, but the whole job changed, right? Think of Uber and taxis, right? The whole thing. All those medallions are worthless now, right? And they're like, wow, but somebody came along with a better idea and more convenient, right? Somebody's going to come along that's got a better forehand than you and is faster than you. And you have to go, okay, I have to do, this person's better at what I'm doing. I have to figure out something else. So, hope it helps. Little tidbit. Good. And we'll do one every week. Today is Wednesday. What's today? It's October, right? October what? 12th? 13th? 13th.
13th.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Good day. All right.
Share it. Hey, everybody. Hope you like the podcast. Please share it with your friends. Anybody that you know, anybody that's into tennis, anybody that's into bettering themselves, share it.